And here we are, you hear the music as we get ready, the hardcore match.
We have the main event, Adam McCarley, Ryan Chambers' protege, facing off against Corona Joe, 1/3 of the Mexus. You see a new attire for the main event. His spiffy shirt.
New attire, indeed, breaking it out for Lethal Dosage here as he goes one-on-one with Corona Joe in a hardcore match. Corona Joe is obviously going to be pumped up. La Nieve coming off a victory over Woody the Clown just moments ago. He's going to look to carry that momentum into this match and secure another victory for the Mexus.
Now we await the arrival of Corona Joe. You hear his music right there.
His opponent, representing the Mexus, Corona Joe!
And there he is, the big Mexican, and he has a trash can.
He's got a trash can.
Tacos.
He's got a trash can full of weapons there. I mean, maybe there was tacos in there before, but he's coming for this hardcore match. He's prepared.
Wonder if Corona Joe's cleaned out those pinatas that they carry around. Or just tossing those weapons in the ring. McCarley's smart enough to stay out of the way of those. Oh, but McCarley showing his smarts right there and staying.
Well, he's going to get on Corona Joe before Corona Joe is able to get going. Obviously, Corona, the bigger of the two, the stronger of the two.
Very nice Shining Wizard in the corner. He likes to utilize that maneuver. Kicking the pig pinata out of the way. Oh, and looked like he's going for a Hurricanrana, but Corona Joe wasn't having any of that. In a double power bomb.
That was quite the maneuver there by Corona Joe. First off, countering the attempt by McCarley into one powerbomb and just manhandling him, picking him up for a second powerbomb.
It's not easy to do. McCarley weighs, what, 160, 170, something like that?
Something in that range.
And that is just dead weight of him on the mat. And then picking him up over his head and slamming him right back down. And now it looks like he has that arm bar on there.
Well, regardless of what he had, McCarley now utilizing the kendo stick on Corona Joe, fighting out of that. And now McCarley using the weapons to advantage, which is completely legal in a hardcore match, and is now in control.
That's sort of the idea of a hardcore match. No disqualification. You can do what you want, and weapons is on that to-do list.
Oh, man.
What a shot from that kendo stick. Those things do not feel good, and neither do the trash can to the back.
And again to the back with the trash can there.
Now putting the trash can on the head of Corona Joe, but it falls off. So
he'll use the wet floor sign anyway. He's going to try it again. Oh, man.
And not only is that send the trash can smacking against the head of Corona Joe, probably doesn't feel too good on the ears. It's echoed in there. A little dazed Corona Joe up to his feet. Nice drop kick from McCarley, sending Corona down in the corner.
Now Corona Joe in the corner there. McCarley, that signature leg drop maneuver right there.
Got that move from the cool guy. Shows that he got a lot of his moves, some of the training from the cool guy. And you have to remember, after this match, for the main event, Adam McCarley is going to be the special guest referee in the I Quit match with the cool guy facing off against Chris Iron.
And that's sure to be a hell of a match, but one match we're forgetting about, and we're still not even sure if it'll happen. No one has received word if Jason Zero has showed up to CWR Lethal Dosage or not yet. If he doesn't, he will be fired. But as of right now, we're expecting to see Big D versus Jason Zero.
That was a very cool maneuver, and you're absolutely right. I haven't seen Jason Zero, and I don't believe he has arrived here yet. We have not gotten word, but right now, we see Adam McCarley going under the ring for something after he flew over the top rope.
And now he's got a chair, and
right to the back of Corona Joe. McCarley's very dangerous, falls to the wall, and doesn't care what he has to do to put his opponent away. Now he's having Corona Joe take a seat. Oh, and there, that cliffhanger.
Oh, that was impressive right there. Man.
And the fans really liked it. That was awesome chant. And now dragging Corona.
It's kind of hard to drag him. Corona's a big guy.
Maybe he should have put a taco where he wanted him. Corona Joe crawl over.
Oh, man.
That was really cool. Going off of that seat, doing a moonsault.
McCarley
Awesome.
using everything, including the kitchen sink here, pretty much.
At least including the living room chair. That big comfy chair. Oh, and a drop toe hold.
And Corona Joe, just like that, taking McCarley out of it right there with that drop toe hold. I think McCarley took a little too much time setting Corona up for his next move.
I think you're right with that one here. And what's Corona Joe? He put that wet floor sign on the side. Oh my goodness!
Now that's not just your typical slamming your opponent's face into the ring apron, which is hard enough as it is, but freaking Corona Joe picked him up and just straight up dropped him there.
Drove his face on that wet floor sign, and there's no give on the side of the ring. That's where the frame is. That's where all the support is.
I mean, how many times do we hear it that that's the hardest part of the ring?
That is the hardest part of the ring, I tell you. Oh, and there's the Corona driver.
Oh, nice counter.
Oh,
Corona Joe will have none of it. Oof.
that was a nice string of maneuvers right there. After the Corona driver, Adam McCarley sits up, goes for a cover. Corona Joe pushes him off. McCarley bounces off the ropes and then kicks to the face.
And wait a minute, now McCarley has a steel chain there.
Oh, wrapping it around the neck of Corona Joe.
Maybe trying to cut the oxygen off, maybe trying to make Corona Joe pass out, maybe.
Oh, and just whipping the back of Corona Joe.
Oh, now that's gotta hurt.
Oh, and once again, that is a steel chain to the back of Corona Joe, and now wrapping around the hand, punches to the head of Corona Joe, sending him back in that corner.
Not just one punch, but multiple punches with the chain, and again.
Just driving that fist wrapped in steel chain. 10 punches to the head of Corona Joe. Oh, and there's that kick to the face of Corona Joe.
And Adam McCarley has come to lethal dosage, and he's here to play, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and a nice sit-out leg drop.
There we go.
And now putting Corona's face on that wet floor sign. I wonder if it's on the Spanish. Oh, that was a vicious maneuver. Slam.
This one may be over.
1, 2, only a 2 count. After getting his face squished between those wet floor signs. Corona Joe trying to get back up to his feet. McCarley helping him out. Those forearms to the top of the head. Corona Joe reversing the Irish whip. McCarley going for that. He bounced off both ropes there.
And an amazing overhead belly-to-belly suplex by Corona Joe.
Just tosses him like a rag doll, and then
Oh, a German suplex.
that was a very nice
Corona Joe's suplexes all around.
1, 2, and I'm a little surprised it's not over there. A German suplex is a very vicious maneuver, especially when you're getting thrown around with an overhead belly-to-belly right before that. Oh, and a snapmare suplex, kick to the spine, kick to the chest, and I think we're gonna see a.
I think we know what's coming here.
Oh, and a big 350-pound senton. 1, 2, only a 2 count as McCarley kicks out. Not sure quite how he did that.
And both of these men giving each other everything they can handle.
And now Corona Joe grabbing that chain. Wrapping it around that foot there. Oh, and a DDT to the foot there, just jamming the knee, tweaking it.
Now Corona Joe on the outside here. I don't know what he's up to here, but McCarley stirring in the ring. Corona Joe, I don't know what he's going for.
Joe's looking for those weapons, went to the wrong side of the ring.
All the wet floor signs that McCarley just threw out of the ring not too long ago.
Well, now they're back in. And,
I don't know what Corona could be going for here.
A huge headbutt to the back of the head of Adam McCarley. Now Corona Joe measuring for something. Oh, and a diving headbutt. This could be it. 1, 2, only a 2 count.
That's one of Corona's signature moves right there. Not able to keep McCarley down for the 3 count, at least not just yet.
Now he has that wet floor sign. It looks like he's putting McCarley's ankle in there. Could be trying to break that ankle. Oh, and slamming the wet floor sign.
Oh, and again.
One more time. Could be busting the ankle. I don't know if McCarley's going to be able to walk after this. Oh, and now he has that spinning toe hold.
And let's not forget, after this match, the main event, the I Quit match, that man in the ring, Adam McCarley, is the referee for that match.
Let's hope that he can walk afterwards, and with the way things are going, I don't think he's going to be able to.
We may be looking to find another referee for our main event after this one.
McCarley kicking Corona Joe, getting him to break that spinning toe hold. There's no rope breaks in a hardcore match. Oh, and punches, or a punch to the back of the head, sending Corona Joe into the corner. Oh, and a body splash.
You know it, bro.
Now Adam going for one more here. Sending Corona Joe into the corner. Nope, Corona Joe counters. Oh, and a moonsault.
Oh my goodness!
Went for a moonsault. Corona Joe catches him. That wasn't enough for Adam. He wasn't quitting. He turned it into a reverse DDT.
That was a hell of a move right there. Just when you thought Corona was going to counter that, Adam reversed his counter into reverse DDT, and I'm honestly shocked he didn't get the 3 count there.
That was very impressive of McCarley, and very impressive of Corona to kick out after that. And now McCarley going for a ladder. Bringing that ladder in the ring. What could he be going for here?
Well, you know, nothing good can be coming of this one. There's a ladder involved. Bad things can happen. I can only imagine what McCarley has in mind.
Well, it wasn't too long ago we had a ladder match with the CWR Champion versus Chris Iron. And now ladder's being used in a little different sense right now. It's not being used to climb to get a title. It's being used to smash Corona Joe. And
Corona moves out of the way.
He's gonna get squished. Oh! Very lucky of McCarley to move out of the way of that.
I feel bad for the ladder. Over 300 pounds just came crashing onto it.
It's probably not feel good for the ladder. It's a good thing that they don't have nerves. At least I'd hope not.
Regardless, I can't imagine Corona Joe feeling too hot after that mismaneuver.
And now Adam, he didn't like the way the ladder turned out for him.
Yeah, McCarley said enough with that.
Toss to the outside, and now he's putting Corona Joe in the corner. Could be going for those shoulder thrust, back handspring, shoulder thrust.
And you called it right there. You knew exactly what he was going for. McCarley in complete control of this hardcore match.
He needs to, he's telling the ref to move out of the way. Oh, impressive. Oh, but nope, Corona Joe! 1, 2, I thought it was over right there. That, spin out sidewalk slam. Very impressive maneuver by Corona Joe, but it does not put the main event away.
Well, obviously, as we can tell, it's going to take a lot to put either of these two men away. One of these men may have to kill the other just to win this match.
Corona Joe's going for that bottle opener right now, squeezing the organs of Adam McCarley.
And that deadly submission hold right there. And it usually directly leads to the heart punch, which Corona may be setting up.
Oh!
And there you saw it.
It just drops McCarley. Sends a shock to the body. Almost paralyzes him for a second as the heart may stop depending on the force that's inflicted by Corona, but it wasn't enough to keep McCarley down.
Now Corona back to the outside.
And what does he have there? It looks kind of like a phone, and he's stepping on stepping on McCarley? Is he gonna?
I think it's a telephone.
Maybe he's gonna call his Mexus buddies. Maybe he's gonna order some Mexican food after the show. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, and the call me leg drop. That's a big ass call me leg drop. That's the cool guy's maneuver.
And everybody's using the call me leg drop these days.
Oh, and here's a main event chant. McCarley might be able to get some momentum if the crowd's behind him. Corona Joe. Oh, and there it is. Corona Joe playing to the.
Oh man!
And he could be going for that that arm bar right here.
Oh, and that's exactly what he's going for, and he's got it. He's got that armbar submission hold locked in right there.
I think it's about to be over right here, folks. Corona Joe refusing to tap out. Oh, and he turns it into an ankle lock. Very nice counter by Corona Joe. Very nice by Adam McCarley. Use that wet floor sign to get out of that submission. Now Corona Joe's draped in the corner. Kick to the gut. Punch to the head. It's going to send him off the ropes here, it looks like. Corona going for a clothesline. Ducks out. Oh, and a spinning 360 kick.
That was an amazing maneuver right there, just catching Corona completely off guard there.
1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. I thought that could have been it. Adam McCarley, I thought, should have won this match 2 times already, but Corona Joe showing some resilience and kicking out.
Oh, he's flat out refusing to lose this match right now. Corona Joe saw La Nieve get the victory earlier, and he wants to do the same. Oh, but the cliffhanger right there.
Why is he not going for a cover here? Oh, he could be going for a moonsault. Oh, and a double springboard moonsault. Bounced off the second, bounced off the top. That could be called the best moonsault ever.
And it puts away Corona Joe, and McCarley with a huge victory and a very impressive showing here in this hardcore match of Lethal Dosage.
Well, this isn't the last we're going to see of McCarley. Like you said earlier, he will be the special guest referee.
Well, that is if he can make it to that match. Fortunately, McCarley has some time to recover before our main event here tonight.
Well, up next we're going to see if Jason Zero is in fact in the CWR arena as he set to face Big D in a no disqualification match. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.